Good afternoon, I'm Ollie from Morgan Marine, and today we've got a Nimbus C9 that we're going to present to you, give you a quick walkthrough tour and sea test as well. It's a boat we're just commissioning for our customer. It's a lovely boat, nice high spec, and very, very detailed, as all the Nimbuses are. So we'll start up here at the bow. So first of all, we've got a hidden anchor, so the anchor's on the underside, but as you'd expect, it's electric windlass and it's all stainless steel. So stainless steel anchor, stainless steel chain, and it's full chain, there's no rope on here. Now we've got switches up at the bow here, 2-foot switches for an up and down, and can be controlled from your helm as well. We've got a seating area up here. Unfortunately, it's a lovely British day and it's wet, so I won't put the nice new cushions out, but we've got a nice seating area here. So you've got a backrest that clips on, the seat that clips on here. You can have 2 bolster seats that clip on the side, so you can make a seating area for circa 4 or 5 people up the bow here. And there is an infill here, so there's a cushion and frame that drops in here, and this creates a sort of XL sun pad in this front area here. You've got a table option as well, so there's 2 fixings here in the floor, and you can have a table up the bow. You'll notice straight away we've got nice deep walkways, so you always feel nice and secure on the boat. As you come up to the bow, you've got these really chunky raised handrails as well, which are at a good height. And there is an option up here, which this boat has as well, for a sunshade, which comes right over the bow. Walking back down, so again, as I was saying, we've got a nice deep side deck here. You can see we've got loads of visibility into the cab, and when you're inside the cab to the outside. We've got a step down here to our big side door. So we've got a massive side door, opens up on both sides, and you're straight into your helm position. It's nice wide access in and out, so getting in and out quickly to do your lines is a doddle. You've got a centre cleat here as well, which is really useful. Again, true Nimbus fashion, big chunky cleat, and your handrail which runs all the way down to hold on to. For the stern, so we've got this open section at stern here. Now there's a cushion and bench seat area that comes into here. Obviously this boat's fitted with real teak as well, which is a really nice addition. These stern gates do open up, so you can flick them open and allow access. We've got a ski hook, so your actual skiing attachment is up here, so it's from a nice high attachment if you're pulling wakeboarders, skiers or toys. And this boat's equipped with the Mercury 300 V8, so this gives us around 40 knots wide open throttle, and you can go up in size to 350 as well. You've got storage access here at the stern. So this locker opens right up. And this is a nice deep locker, and the actual locker itself lifts out. The reason it's got 2 handles in there is it lifts out and allows you access. So once this locker's out, it allows you the access to the bilge pump, and also that's how you access your batteries for maintenance and your fuel filter as well. So that's now shut back down. We've got really wide ladder at the stern here, so for easy access on and off. There was a bow ladder as well, so actually when you looked in that cupboard there was a bow ladder in there, which clips onto the bow, which is a useful addition if required, more really for Mediterranean moorings where you're getting on and off out the bow. Under here at the moment as well, either side of the engine, we've got 2 blue underwater lights as well, so which is a lovely thing. Night time, daytime you can just about see them, but it's a nice feature to have. We've got 2 little storage lockers, so this is a feature on a lot of Nimbuses, but very useful storage for fenders and lines. And the one on the starboard side over there is the same, but houses your shore power lead and connection point. As we're heading back, you can obviously see we've got the radar mast on here as well, so this boat's equipped with a Simrad radar and roof rack as well, so you can put paddle boards, water toys or a little tender on the roof. And now stepping into the cabin, so as you can see we've got I was saying earlier, really big side door. We've got one on the port side and one on the starboard, allowing nice easy access in and out. So as you come in, it flows nicely to the two Helm seats. You've got two bolster seats on here. The seats are adjustable so they can come forwards and backwards, so you can set your right distance to the wheel, and then you're straight into the wheel. Again, the wheel is adjustable in height, so you can adjust that as you require. And onto the dash itself, we've got a brilliant setup here. So we've got twin plotters, which is an additional option. They're both Simrad. We've got them fired up at the moment, one with the chart on and one with the sonar on. We've got our Mercury display panel here. The active exhaust is what's showing on there at the moment, so you can turn the exhaust on and off, which is a valve, effectively makes the engine louder or quieter. At the moment it's on the sport mode. We've got the zip brake, automatic trim tabs it's equipped with here, and we've got an autopilot control as well, which is linked again through the Simrad system, so you can control it from the panel or from the chart plotter. Then we've got a JL audio system here, and we've got a wireless phone charger as well. We've got a bow thruster, and that is done by hand or linked to this remote control. So you can turn the remote on, you can use a bow thruster, and you can link and use your windlass through it as well. As I was saying earlier about this side door, you can see once the door's open, like it is now, there is also a little safety latch that you can flick over, which will stop the door slamming in a heavy sea. We've got the Helm seats here. We've got a nice big opening sunroof with a closing blind as well. The screens, actually all the screens on this boat have got an optional cover as well. So this boat is equipped with them, so you can cover all the screens up and totally black out the cabin. And part of the reason for that is this nice saloon area we've got here, which is very comfortable seating. It's got a table that pops up, so the table pops up like so. But also this converts into another berth. So this is it's got berth conversion in the saloon here. Just under the saloon rear seating that we've got here, we've got a big storage locker that lifts up. So now under here we've got the table which goes up the bow, so it's neatly stowed away in there. We've got a chlorifier and we've got our screen wash tank under there as well. Heading forward, so we've got a nice little double berth down there and heads as well. So we've got this privacy door which is lockable. Now that opens up and allows you nice access down into the main cabin. We've got this good sized double berth, so it's nice double berth. We've got the high level lighting around us, these little touch LEDs as well, and right at the front we've got some nice LED lighting as well. So we've got the sort of suede headlining around the side of the berth. Coming towards the aft of the cabin, we've then got our galley here. We've got a single gas burner stove and sink neatly tucked away. Over on the starboard side, we've got the heads. So we've got good sized heads here. You see we've got a Jabsco toilet, sea toilet, and a freshwater system as well, with a little basin in there to wash your hands. Okay, so we're just going to head off the berth now. We've got an incoming tide, so it's coming up from our stern. So that's going to push us off nicely. Now and then thrust away as well. That'll bring us away off the berth. And then give us enough clearance at the stern to pop her into forwards and spin around. We're just heading out of Brightlingsea here, so you can see we've got Brightlingsea Marina on our starboard side and the harbour moorings over to our port. As I was saying earlier, our plotters are set up ready to go. We've got our Mercury display on, so we can run through all different features. These are all linked together, so for example on our Simrad display here, on the right hand graphic bar we've got our depth, speed over ground, compass heading, fuel economy, so how much fuel we're burning per nautical mile in litres, our fuel level, which is at 21%, and our RPM. And these widgets can be adjusted so you can have what you want on there. You can change the figures from litres to gallons, or from knots to miles per hour or kilometres per hour, so you can really fine tune it as you require. So your autopilot is linked. We've got the panel here which we can control it from and engage it, but it's also through the plotter, so we can press the autopilot tab, and then we've got engage, and we can heading hold as well. So we can effectively we can plot a course in the plotter and get an autopilot to follow it, but we've also got a heading hold, which is the most common thing that we tend to use. So we press engage, and you can see our rudder indicator here, but we can effectively angle to port or to starboard. Now the top 2 arrows are 10 degrees increments, and the bottom 2 are 1 degree increment of change. So for the cooler days, or where it's raining or a bit windy, you obviously can just close the doors like we have here. When you close the doors, we reduce the noise level as well, so it's nice and quiet in here. Even at your cruising speed, say 24 knots through to 30 knots, a nice normal conversation can be held. It's not too noisy, and it's just a really comfortable place to be. You've got excellent visibility all the way around. You really got sort of panoramic view all the way around, 360 degree view. So it's a very safe place to navigate from. Windscreen wipers on here. Now they're really nice, hidden away up the top there. We've got variable speed wipers, so we've got wiper on here, and we can adjust the speed from a wiper speed button, which is next to it. But the cabin is such a nice place to be on this boat. So the trim level, the finish, you know, the little door trims, the teak woodwork around the side with the engraved Nimbus, the upholstery quality, the feel of the material. There's no rattles or squeaks, but Nimbus is really a premium product. So it's at the moment, this market segment this boat's in today is a really congested market segment, and there's lots of choice for customers. But the Nimbus really stands out. It's a premium product. It's high level. You can feel the difference with the product finish, with the performance of the boat, with the way it handles, with the stepped hull, and it really is a cut above the other competitors in the market. We'll bring her up now onto the plane. I'm going to run you through some fuel figures and run you through performance we get. So this is sort of the mid-range engine, the 300, so you can obviously have more horsepower, but we should see around 40 knots, which generally is plenty of performance for most people. We're just idle at the moment, so we're doing around 2-3 knots. We're going against the tide. We've got a couple of knots of tidal flow. Now at that sort of speed, we're burning 5 litres an hour, so it's very low fuel burn. And we'll bring her up onto the plane, and I'll run you through some other figures as we get up. There's not too much bow rise. We've got the zip weights working hard, so they limit the bow rise, ensure the boat stays nice and stable. And we'll bring her down to a cruising speed. We're already up at 27 knots, but I'll bring her to a nice cruise speed, which is around 24, 25 knots. Very comfortable cruising speed. In here it's nice and quiet in the cabin. It's a very comfortable place to be. Now, at this cruising speed of 24 knots, we're doing around 40 litres an hour on the engine. So that gives us a good cruising range. It gives us a range in excess of 150 miles. We'll put the power down and we'll bring her up, and we'll see what she tops out at. So now coming up, we're in the mid-30s now. We're now up at 40 knots, so we're at our top speed. Top speed, we're burning around 70 litres an hour. We're going to bank her into a couple of turns, see how she performs. So we're going to bank into a starboard turn now. feel she heels round lovely, really grips the water. So we're now back down to around 9 knots, so this is really your displacement speed, and we'll bring her up slowly, and I'll let you know what point she just starts to come onto the plane. So we're just slowly increasing speed. We're about 12 knots now, and you can see from the wash we're now just coming onto the plane as we increase the speed slightly. So here we go, around 16 knots, we're onto the plane, and she becomes a really nice, comfortable, stable boat. And you can see from our wash behind that as we come up onto the plane, the wash level will actually decrease. Summary on Nimbus C9, so with Mercury 300 horsepower V8, we're looking at around 40 knots performance. This boat, as specified, with high specs, everything you need, ready to go on the water. You're looking around 220 to 240,000 pounds, including VAT. And yep, excellent all-rounder, great British boat for the British weather and summers that we have. So nice and open when we need it, with the doors and the sunroof and the panoramic roof. And for the wetter days and windier days, we can close it right up, put on the diesel heating and stay warm inside. So for any questions, feel free to get in touch with us at Morgan Marine.